You clicked on this video so you know how fake this online world of ours can sometimes seem to be, where everything is just so perfect. We all can actually agree that our lives online and in real life do not align properly, because real life is obviously super exciting, but it can be boring and irritating and all that stuff. And the fact that we are discussing this topic in itself is a proof of how much far-fetched this problem is and how much all of this is sort of becoming the new reality. I'm making content on this YouTube channel on topics relating to tech and self-development, and as a creator, I don't know if I can call myself that at this point. I am also thinking about this for some time now, because I am making videos on these topics and I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm talking about topics that I'm interested in, that I have tried and I have some experience in, and then I'm sharing it with you guys. And I also think that there is a genuine need about some real content right now. And now, as I see myself on this side of the screen, I want to share exactly what is happening and how we all can do better. Let's get started. So, I've talked about this topic in the past, but one of the main reasons why we find it difficult to present our genuine real selves, not even online but in real person, to other people is because of our evolution. Our evolutionary past made us highly sensitive to how we were perceived by other people, as acceptance by them meant survival and support. And as I mentioned, I have talked about how we depended on other people for hunting, for eating, for reproduction, and all these essential basic life functions. And if we were not in good social standing, if other people did not approve of us, we were always fearful of this fact that they could leave us and we would be eaten by a lion or something. But compared to that, the modern world is a very safe place, and we do not necessarily need to, hold ourselves accountable for each and everybody that we encounter. But this modern civilization of ours is a fairly young one, and unfortunately, we still carry our caveman brains with us. We find this need of, presenting our best selves to anybody that we meet for the first time, even in real person. But online, this need to present our best self amplifies 100-folds, because these digital systems, they give us the ability to sort of create an alternate reality, a reality where we are the hero of our lives. We are the main center character and everything else revolves around us. We try to do this in real life, but then we get put down by life saying that, hey, you are not the main character. You are just similar to that other guy that you saw that day. But then online, we can post our best selves. We can sort of reinvent ourselves in just one night without even putting the hard work. And it is actually magical how we can put our best self out there, and people can like and comment, and that can give a lot of dopamine to our brains. The other fascinating thing about being online is that you met somebody today in person, and there's a possibility that you might not even meet them for the rest of your life. Or even if you meet, they will remember some parts of you from your first encounter, but they might forget about that. But if something is online, unless you decide to take down that post or delete that post, that will stay there forever. And while you're sleeping, while you're eating, people can come to that post and they can see what you did. So there is a lot of resistance in putting our authentic selves out there, because people are watching us 24/7 on that online platform. So how you are in your personal life, you don't want to share it with the world necessarily all the time. And that's why you just want to put the parts out there with which you think other people will resonate. And that's why I think it is in the human DNA to not present our best true selves, especially in this age when everything is online. Now, I want to talk solely about the creators, how sometimes it can feel that they are not presenting their actual selves, or they're faking, or they're a scam, or whatever. So firstly, as a creator, we want to put the best content out there. We feel that it is our duty, and we actually really also want to do that for a couple of reasons. So firstly, we want to beat out the competition, not in the competitive way, but being our own unique selves, and bringing out unique perspectives, giving value to you people. And that will encourage us to perform even better and make even better and more number of videos in the future. So that is point number one. And secondly, and that is especially true for me, I want to make the content that I am proud of. If I look at video that I made 8 months ago, and I sort of cringe on myself saying that, hey, the production value is down, my sound is off, the lighting is not perfect, but I am also proud of the fact that I researched a lot of content, I implemented that, I tried that, I experimented that particular thing, and then I shared it with the world. And there are some people commenting that, hey, this worked, hey, this didn't work, and stuff like that. So this is the type of thing that gives me joy. So we inherently want to make better content, and in order to make better content, we want to put our best foot forward. And we have got these tools such as editing tools and this lighting and mic and stuff. So what you are seeing right now, that is not the true reality. For example, there is some wiring there, which is connecting this laptop and this lighting and stuff. But you can't see this mess. What you are seeing is my sofa, my face and all that stuff. And so this is just an example to show how we also want to give you the value. If I put myself in a creator's shoes, we don't want to portray the fluff because a viewer is coming onto a social media platform and spending some time and watching your videos. So you want to put your best foot forward. And for that, you might use all means. You can use these editing tools, this fancy lighting, this mic, and you can use all these things to make the content as valuable as possible. And it's a net positive for both of us, right? I'm able to give out my best content, you are able to see and get value from the best of contents. But the problem here is that the truth can be stretched too thin, because in order to make it perfect and look perfect and sound perfect, creators can sometimes say things which are in their own personal interest, and that is totally justified. If, for example, I'm a software engineer and every budding software engineer goes onto YouTube to search about what is it that they should learn, and they'll get a bunch of advice. Somebody will say, hey, do DSA, because DSA is something that's going to get you a job and it's going to get you to the FANG companies. While there are people on the other camp which say, hey, please do projects, because even if you go onto these big companies, you'll be struggling because you have not built a project, and you should first build projects and then do DSA. And these two people can have their own personal agendas, they can have their own personal courses, and that's why they are talking about these topics. And that is totally justified. They have put in the hours, they have made something out of thin air that is considered to be one of the most difficult things in this world, and they are charging for that fee, and they are promoting that product or service of theirs through a YouTube video. So that is totally fine. Where the problem sort of arises is that people can think of them as scamsters, or on the other spectrum, people can think of them as these demagogues who can who know everything, and if what they're saying is true, and if we follow what they're saying, we'll be successful, we'll be happy, we'll be rich, whatever it is that your definition of success is, you'll be that if you just follow that person. But that is definitely not true. What we have to understand is that there is a person on the other side of the camera who's also learning as they go along, and you as the viewer has complete rights to just not watch his video, offer constructive criticism, or just leave him. If his videos are not getting enough views, he'll get the feedback from there itself. So we don't need to make social media and this internet, which was meant to provide value to a lot of people, we don't need to make this place a net negative where people are just promoting their courses and the viewers are just dissing their courses and stuff. I see a lot of this happening, and that is actually what concerns me. This internet is a beautiful platform to just share our knowledge and for people to gain value for free, virtually free. And so yeah, I think with some new expectations we can do better as viewers, and the creators can also do better in terms of just selling authentic content, something that they have experiencing, something that they have skills on, and something that has provided value to them. None of the creators is going to tell you, hey, I had a shitty day, I was not able to complete the script, I was working on this other side project and I was not able to complete that, I went to work but it was kind of boring. And I can also put out that content, and I will surely to make you guys believe. And I think there are so many more creators who put out this relatable content which is aimed at making people believe that they are also human beings and they also have these normal lives. But if each and every piece of content is actually real and authentic, then each and every piece of content will be boring, a bit irritating, and nobody wants to see that. You guys are investing your time. Time is such an important resource in a human being's life, and you are using/wasting your time on social media. So you would not want to use/waste it on something that you already experience, the boredom that you experience in your class, or the irritation that you experience in your office. We all experience those, and the creators are providing some value. So that's where the lining comes on how authentic creators can be and how presentable they need to make their content so that people watch that content and get value, and the creators also in turn get value. So that was a lot of rambling. Sorry about that, but I am not the type of creator, if I may say, to just do commentary and go away. I have this strong bias towards action, and I really believe that people who have this strong bias towards action actually succeed in life. So here are some of the action items that I would want to give and I would want to share. Please let me know down in the comments below if you agree with these, or if you don't. If you don't, what are some alternatives that we can adopt? So here we go. Number 1, acknowledging the creator's imperfections. Whenever you come onto a social media platform, you always have to believe that the person on the other side of the screen is also a human being. He or she or they are also learning. They are also just, learning as they go along. They are also trying to put out their best work. And in the process of putting out their best work, they might not be able to show their authentic self because you have not come onto social media platform and you are not watching them for their authentic self. Surely, obviously, there are some creators, who just vlog their lives out and, you're watching them. But for the other majority of the creators, you are not watching them for their authentic self. You're watching them for the value that you provide. Point number 2, always watch content with skepticism. You always have to know that somebody who's speaking about something is speaking about that thing because either they have interest in that, they are very passionate about that, or they have some hidden motive. And that hidden motive can be an online course or a product that they're offering or any digital asset. And that is totally justified. And they are doing that because they are interested in that particular thing / service / app or whatever. And other people are following them because they are also interested in the same topic. So you necessarily do not have to agree with them. You can just not watch them, go on to the next video, go on to the next article, do your own thing. Or maybe you are in this phase of life where you say, hey, I'm free nowadays, let me explore this new thing. Maybe, for example, I have just started earning and I do not know anything about investing. Let's see what this person has to say, and let's see what other people who are making content same niche also have to say, and then I can get to learn about this thing. I can make some informed decisions. So I want you to see every video with a bit of skepticism, because everybody speaks with their own personal biases and their own personal interests, and that particular thing can be of interest to you or it cannot be. It is for you to decide. But just getting mad and just bashing the comment section out, I've seen a lot of creators who are talking about things which I also don't agree with, and I see the comment section absolutely bashed out. That is not the type of social media that we want to create going forward. At least I would not want to create. But yeah, I would leave that up to you. And lastly, go offline. If you are really stuck at something, if you are really irritated with your life and you come online and you just put all your irritation in somebody else's comment section, you just need to get a life. Just get a life. Go offline, meet people IRL, that is in real life, and make some friends. If you already have some friends, go and meet them. Go and buy some groceries online rather than ordering them. And when you are in the waiting line of that grocery store, you might get bored and you might open up your phone, you might scroll some reels and you might find those boring as well. And then you will experience that boredom, you will experience some irritation. And so I would say that you have to experience this whole spectrum of emotions that makes up a human being. And after we are at a stable position in our lives, then we can come online and then we can watch content, we can learn from that content, or we can just let go, offer constructive criticism. Whatever you say or do, creators will keep on making content on things that they are passionate about. So yeah, you always have to keep in mind that it is really hard for creators to put their authentic selves forward, just like how difficult it is for you to put your authentic self when you are posting about your international trip. Surely the entire international trip that you just took might not be filled with joys and happiness. There will be some boring stuff, there will be something that irritated you, but you are just putting the best moments, making a reel out of it and putting it on Instagram, right? Why are you doing that? Because you want to portray your best self. The same is true for creators, and we need more acceptance and we need more mental models like these, which will help us thrive as human beings, not pull each other down, if that makes sense. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I know it was a bit rambly, but I think I needed to get it out because I've been thinking about this so long. I've seen different people get bashed out for no reason, even if I don't agree with them. And I think that is not necessarily how we would want to live our lives, at least not how I would want to live my life. But anyways, please let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. And if you've watched it this far, please hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.